Hello everyone, my name is Amber. Welcome to this three-part lesson on articles. This video is the first lesson and we're going to focus on a and an. And these articles are also called indefinite articles. So let's begin by looking at some example sentences. I am a teacher. Joe ate an orange. Summer bought a new book. In today's lesson, you're going to learn two things: when to use a and an, and secondly, how to use a and an in a sentence. So before we begin, I want you to check your understanding of these terms. So singular noun, plural noun, uncountable noun. Here are some examples. So chair, chairs, and furniture. So singular nouns and plural nouns are countable. That means we can count them. For example, one chair, two chairs, three chairs, many chairs. In contrast, as the name suggests, we cannot count uncountable nouns. So I cannot say one furniture, two furnitures. No, that's incorrect. We must say just furniture. Okay, so there are three different types of articles in English. We've got a and an, the indefinite article, the, which is the definite article, and lastly, the zero article. So that means no article. And as I said, in today's class, we're just going to focus on a and an. So this is part one. Part two will focus on the. Part three will focus on no article. Okay, so let's begin. When do we use a and an? Well, there are two main uses. The first use is when you introduce a singular noun for the first time. For example, I bought a chair yesterday. So this is new information for my reader or my listener. The second use is for one of something or one of many. For instance, I need $1 for parking, or can I have a cup of tea? So here I mean I need $1 for parking my car or 1 cup of tea. And when we talk about one of something, it's much more common and more natural to use a or an. You can replace a or an with one. So for example, I need $1 for parking, or can I have 1 cup of tea? So it's not wrong to say one, it's just generally less common. Okay, moving on now, let's look at some other uses. So we also use a and an for time. For example, it's 5:45 and the movie starts in half an hour. And we also use a and an to show how often something happens. So for example, I go shopping 2 times a week, or I brush my teeth twice a day. So we use these with time words: a day, a week, a month, a year. Here are some more other uses. We use a and an with jobs. So I am a teacher, or she is a doctor. And we also use a and an with identities. Now, identity is who you are, what you do, how you act, your ideas, your beliefs, what groups you belong to. So for example, he is a Buddhist. Buddhism is a religion. And just a little note, the reason why we use a capital letter here is because Buddhist is a proper noun. Another example, she is a vegetarian. So, for example, my identity, I am a teacher, or I am an Australian, or I am a daughter, a sister, for example. Now, we can also use a and an for measurements and nationalities. Now, this video won't go into detail on these other uses. However, if you go to e2school.com, you can sign up for free, and this video will be in a lesson, and in the lesson, we will teach you the other uses of a and an. Okay, moving on. Now it's time to look at the rule. So, the only time we use a and an is with singular nouns. We cannot use it with plural nouns or uncountable nouns. So, here are some examples. We can say, I bought a chair. We cannot say, I bought a chairs, or I bought a furniture. All right, now it is time for our first activity of the lesson. If you're on E2 School, please do this activity just below this video. If you're on YouTube, you'll need a pen and a piece of paper. Okay, in this activity, you need to choose the incorrect sentence. So remember that we can only use a and an with singular nouns. You have 20 seconds. Okay, everyone, time's up. How did you go? Let's have a look at the answers. So, what did you have? Well, the answer is C. I'm looking for a parks. And the reason is because parks is a plural noun. Okay, let's do another one. You have 20 seconds again. Okay, everyone, time's up. Here is the answer. The answer is A. Now, the reason why this is incorrect is because milk is an uncountable noun. All right, so now we're going to move on to the next part of our lesson. How do we know when to use a or an? We use a with consonant sounds. So before words that start with a consonant sound. An we use before words starting with a vowel sound. So what is a consonant and what is a vowel? Well, let's start with vowels. In vowels, your mouth is open. So they're very open sounds like E, U, A. The mouth is open and your breath can come through. In contrast with consonant sounds, your breath is blocked by something. Now this could be your lips, your teeth, or your tongue. So for example, ba, ma, t, d, s, f, like that. Okay, here are some examples. A movie, or a delicious apple. Some examples for vowels. an apple, an excellent movie. However, be careful. Remember to check the sound, not just the spelling. So if we look at these two words, they both have the same spelling for their first letter, H, the letter H. However, their pronunciation is different. For hotel, that's a consonant sound, H, hotel. So we need to say a hotel. In contrast, hour is a vowel sound. So we need to say an hour. Okay, let's move on to activity 2. If you're on E2 School, do this activity on your computer. You need to choose a or an for these 6 nouns. Now I'm going to read out these nouns for you so you can listen to the pronunciation. Email, answer, hospital, orange car, umbrella, university. You've got 45 seconds to choose a or an. All right, everyone, let's take a look at the answers. So the first answer, what did you have? Well, we say an email, so E, it's a vowel sound. A hospital, H, so a consonant. An umbrella, A, so another vowel sound here. Next, another vowel sound, an answer, so answer. An orange car, orange. And lastly, a university. Now, this is a little bit of a tricky one. We can see on the bottom we have 2 words, so they both start with U. Now, an umbrella, that's a vowel sound, but university, university, that is a consonant sound. Okay, let's move on to the second part of our lesson, which is how to use a and an in a sentence. So here is the rule. A and an goes before a noun. So a dog. Or we can put it before an adjective followed by a noun. A big dog. Here are some sentences. She wants a dog. She wants a big dog. A dog has a tail. A small dog has a small tail. So we can put articles anywhere in a sentence that a noun can go, because they come just before the noun or before the adjective plus noun. Okay, time for our last activity of the lesson. In this activity, you need to highlight a and an and the noun in the sentence. So for example, Sylvia has a red car. You've got 30 seconds to do this one. Okay, everyone, time is up. Here are the answers. A coffee, a cake. I want a coffee and a cake. An Italian restaurant. So Sylvia and Joe went to an Italian restaurant. A mouse, an elephant. Now, when we have an and elephant, this is an example, we join these words together. So we have an and elephant. When I'm speaking, I don't say, oh, I see an elephant. We often join them, so an elephant, like that. Now, many languages do not have articles in them. So if your first language has no articles, this will be a new thing for you. And a and an are quite little sounds, in fact, very small sounds. So sometimes you may not hear them. So this is just a good area to keep practicing. Listen to these sounds, listen for them, practice saying them, practice joining them with nouns. So an elephant, an Italian restaurant. Okay, so let's recap. In today's lesson, you learned when to use a and how to use a and an in a sentence. Here are the key points. The first use, we use a and an to introduce a noun for the first time. We use them for one of something, and then they also have some other uses, so for time, jobs, measurements. So for example, apples are $4 a kilo. And you can learn more about this on E2 School. The rule is that a and an can only be used with singular nouns. Now for the sentence rules, a and an go before a noun, and they go before an adjective followed by a noun. Moving on to the sounds now. A, we always use with consonant sound nouns, so a movie, like that. Or if the adjective starts with a consonant sound, then it would be a delicious apple. And for vowel sounds, so an excellent movie. So here, excellent, the adjective, is the vowel sound. And an apple. Okay, now if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Give us a like or comment below if you have any questions about how to use a or an, and feel free to share this video with your friends. Okay everyone, thank you for watching today. I hope to see you in the next parts of our lessons on articles, part 2 where we're looking at the, and part 3 for no article. And I hope you have a great day. See you next time. Bye.